Alright, what's going on, everybody? So, I got a random live commentary video of Doom SnapMap, and I want to talk about how bad the old days of Doom SnapMap was. Basically, when it was on launch. And I got a map right here. This was actually a map from the launch day era. It was actually one of the very best maps from this era. And it was definitely an awesome one. It definitely inspired one of my survival maps for sure. But you know, trying to stay on topic here. Oh, let me make sure everything's good here. Make sure there's no music so you can hear me. I remember there was music in this map, but you know, I just want to make sure like the sound mixing is all good and all that stuff. But yeah, I figured I talk about like the launch day era of Doom SnapMap, since you know I pretty much got involved myself with Doom SnapMap since like, you know, the day that Doom 2016 came out. Like I remembered I was just playing the campaign and I was really enjoying like the first few maps, and I decided to try out some of the other modes, including the multiplayer and of course SnapMap and all that stuff. So I really kind of like, oh crap. How do you turn it off again? Was it this one? I remember you could turn this off. Oh, crap. Well, that's not a good start here. Alright, let me just do some puzzle solving here, because, you know, I have not played this map in, like, so long. I think, like, the last time I played this map was, like, last year or something. And I was just doing it just to have some fun. But it is possible to, like, turn this off. But I don't remember how to do it. Okay, now it should be off, right? Yep, there it is. Now it's completely off. And that's going to be very important when like the monsters start to spawn in. But yeah, you know, I was there back in the launch day of Doom SnapMap, and it was really rough. It was definitely rough. Like I remember I was trying to make like some survival map, but I was already like bumping into like some issues. Like back in these days, we couldn't like actually place the timers on items and all that stuff. And of course, wait, hold up. What is it? We only had 2 weapons. Like there's no weapon wheel, as you can see. And pretty much like all of our like ammo, it was like yeah, like there's only 2 ammo types. It was this one, and you see that one up there, that one right there. And yeah, like basically making like a campaign style level to rival like, you know, the standards of what Doom 2016's main campaign offered. It was very tough. Like it was really tough. And another thing with like launch day SnapMap was like we only had like the UAC module, and this module right here, this used to be kind of like the module that a lot of the custom geo design makers at the time were using. They would pretty much use this module here. And yeah, you know, the space, like I know there's a lot of people that complain about like the grid room space, but trust me, back in these days this space was like so small compared to like the grid room. Obviously, you know, the grid room, like it is better, but from a mapping, like from any like serious FPS mapper, you know, we totally want like something bigger than the grid room for sure. Alright, I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to do here. Oh yeah, there it is. So this will actually spawn like the enemies here. And now like the party is about to begin here. So yeah, this is basically like a survival map. It's a fun one. And I will eventually talk more about this map once I kind of talk about more about the launch day era. But yeah, I kind of forgot where this was like the right thing to do here. Like trying to make a live commentary video and playing this map, and you know, my thoughts is like all over the place here. But yeah, I remember, you know, back in like the launch day, we only had like the freaking UAC module, and I don't remember how long it took id Software to update it, but I remember it took a while. And you know, these modules, they kind of got like really old, and a lot of people were kind of like complaining how SnapMap was limited. and all that stuff. And I remember like the disappointment of SnapMap was real. Like I remember there were game journalists that were kind of like comparing Doom SnapMap compared to like, you know, the classic Doom mapping scene, saying like how SnapMap is pretty much like a disgrace to like, you know, Doom's mapping scene, because, you know, Doom, like classic Doom, there's like so many crazy stuff that people have done throughout the year, and people are still like, you know, making like crazy stuff too, and all that stuff. So yeah, you know, SnapMap on launch day, it was really like disappointing. I wouldn't say it was awful, but, you know, first impressions were really important for it. I mean, for you know, players, and Doom SnapMap did not do that. And another thing is, like, back in these days, the load times were terrible too, because like this was before like those like special hard drive where you could like load really quickly. Like the Xbox Series X, like the SnapMap load times, like they are very like non-existent in today's times. But back in like 2016, when I was playing this on the Xbox One, the load times were way slower. And it only got slower with like more updates, because obviously, you know, the game's content is getting like updated and stuff. But yeah, you know, despite of having like a bad launch day experience for Doom SnapMap, you know, I still kind of like had fun with it. This was like the time when I wasn't really mapping too much, because, you know, I was pretty disappointed with like a lot of the stuff, you know. It didn't really encourage me to map, but I still kind of like went out there and played maps, because, you know, like the campaign, the multiplayer was fun, but I also had this whole like morbid curiosity of trying to like find like, you know, some decent launch day Doom SnapMaps to play, and there was definitely a couple of them, you know, and this one was definitely one of them. This one, I remember its software actually, like, what is it? I think a long time ago, they used to made like a Twitter post on this map, and this was how like I discovered this map. And this map was like super, super cool. Oh wait, like it kind of has like a Toy Story feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're in this house, freaking like small, and it's just really like fun to kind of like explore all these like areas here. But the thing that I really liked about this map was like the what is it? When you get into like the little first section that you're in, like when you get into some big fights, it's really fun to kind of like jump on like these locking boxes and fighting demons, and that's how like how I created City Survival. You know, like that gave me an awesome idea of making like a city themed level and making a survival map out of it. So yeah, you know, if this map didn't exist, I don't think, you know, my City Survival would have existed, and I don't know if I would have had like as much I guess Doom SnapMap fame if this map wasn't like a thing. And this SnapMap, like, you know, I remember it being popular. Like maybe I'll show you like how much plays it has and all that stuff. But yeah, you know, its software actually promoted this back in the day, which, you know, back in those days, its software actually cared about Doom SnapMap, and they were actually trying to like promote like some cool stuff that people were making. And this was one of the maps here. And even to this day, like I definitely still enjoy playing this one a lot. I guess it's because it's nostalgic, and of course, you know, it also inspired me too. But, you know, like if we're gonna be like, I guess, objective, like how well does this map hold up against like, you know, against like good survival maps that were made with like all like the post-launch content update? Like this map, like I would say it still kind of holds up, but you will totally like see its age at the same time. Like for example, only 2 weapons kind of sucks. But still though, you know, as someone who was there at the launch day era, like I really have a lot of respect for people that can still like make like, you know, quality Doom. Oh my, whoa, I did not see that. I have a lot of like respect for people that make like quality Doom levels with like, you know, just launch day crap, you know, because it was really hard to make like something cool. back in those days. That's why back in those days I wasn't really mapping that much, you know, because I couldn't really. I felt like the stuff that we had back in those times, it just wasn't really pushing to do much until like free update 2. That's where things were really starting to pop off for me. But you know, there is like some things that I kind of miss about like these times here, because you know, like if we look at Doom SnapMap in today's times, like it's dead, I guess. Like there's not really much activity, there's not a lot of players. But if you come back to this era of Doom SnapMap, we didn't have the quality levels yet, at least like the levels that could like compete against like the campaign, like the main campaign, or like levels that are like super fun to play, and it's also like good looking at the same time. Oh crap, we didn't really have those like maps yet, but back in like these days, you know, there were like a lot of people playing like Doom SnapMap. Oh my god, this is getting kind of spicy here. Man, I don't know if I should try to like make these commentary videos while playing like a survival map, especially, you know, survival maps. They tend to get like really intense here because, you know, it's just non-stop respawning enemies. Oh crap, and I'm trying to like talk. Think of like, you know, I'm trying to like talk and try to make an engaging video at the same time. Oh, look at these cookies. Unfortunately, you can't eat them. But yeah, you know, there was a lot of people playing back in these days, man, and there was a lot of activity too, and that was like the thing that I kind of miss about the old days, because nowadays, you know, SnapMap is really like a ghost town. Like anybody that still make Doom SnapMap in today's times, it's definitely because of like passion, or because of like, you know, they love Doom 2016 or something. Like it has to be one of those reasons, you know, because nowadays, like, you know, 2016 is not like relevant anymore, if you would say. Oh crap. But yeah, you know, this map still gives me some like good memories, you know, even though it does kind of show its age. But it's hard to like, you know, knock it off, because, you know, I was there. Oh my god, I was there when this map, you know, came out, and it was definitely cool. It was definitely a very cool level. And another thing that I really appreciated about this level was like, it was actually challenging, you know. A lot of like, oh my god, a lot of like the freaking survival maps back in launch day Doom 2016, they were really not that challenging. Like, what is it? I played Cartoon Killzone, and that one's another like launch day Doom SnapMap, and that one's also good too, but it's really like a joke when it comes to like the survival experience. It really does not feel like a survival map, while this one, it really does. Like, you have to actually like run around, you have to like explore, gotta learn the map layout and all that stuff. Oh my god, see? And the enemies will actually chase you and all that stuff. Like, this actually feels like a real like survival experience, and I wanted it, and I really respected, you know, Mom's kitchen for, you know, that type of design within my city survival. But for city survival, I really wanted to take it to the next level. Like, I really wanted to amp up the intensity than what this map could do, and that's what I did, you know, with city survival and like the mini post-launch content patches that I've done. And in my opinion, you know, like city survival, it's really like one of the best survival experience that you can like play in this game. And it's not because like I made it, it's because like it nails down like a lot of the stuff that I feel like an official Doom 2016 survival mode should feel. Like, it should feel kind of like a death match between demons, and it should kind of constantly like put you on the edge of your toes, you know. And it should definitely be challenging too, just to make it more fun to play. And this map, you know, it kind of like gave me all those cues, so I gotta pay respect for the author that did this level here. And yeah, like, it's really fun to kind of like explore in this area. Like I said, you know, this was a custom geo map back then, and custom geo was very cool for like launch day, because everyone was tired of doing like the prefab modules. And there's like a secret here. I think I remember how to get it here. I'm trying to It's a very, very useful secret. You see this chain gun right here? There's actually, yep, you see? It's one of my favorite secrets, the freaking fake wall secret. And you get a BFG, now things are gonna be super easy. So yeah, you know, as challenging this map was, like, I remember once I really learned the map, it kind of like, what is it? It wasn't really as challenging as I thought during like my first playthrough and stuff. Oh crap, I can barely see here. Oh crap, I could die here. And like I said, you know, you had those universal ammo pickups, so the BFG is really gonna like be super OP. Oh crap. Alright, so just gotta go up in here. And there is really like no end to this map, by the way. It's just kind of like you play it, and once you've kind of like had enough of it, it's time to, you know, kill yourself and move on to the next level. Alright, I think that's gonna be the end of this topic. I guess I'll try to like talk a little bit more about like what's to come on the channel, because I definitely got some cool like ideas for like my videos here. I do plan on making like another montage, which is kind of like nothing special, but you know, I'll just do that if like I'm kind of busy with real life, and you know, you guys need some sort of like decent content to keep you busy, because I do want to make like another episode of my, what is it, my little exploring Doom SnapMap series. Like, I was really surprised how well that video got received, you know. Seems like a lot of you guys really enjoy like kind of like learning like all the creative maps stuff within Doom SnapMap, because you know, I've been here since day one, so I can definitely I feel like I have a lot of like interesting topics just to kind of like make that video series even more like cooler to watch. And yeah, you know, hopefully, you know, all this like stuff makes you guys want to like play Doom 2016 again, because like, you know, SnapMap is like really cool. You know, like it's one of the things that makes Doom 2016 kind of stand on its own legs, even like in the year of 2024. You know, like with Doom Eternal, there's really no end game content. Like, once you pretty much beat the campaign, you do all the master levels on Ultra Nightmare or whatever, there's really nothing for you to do. But in this game, even if you beat the campaign on Ultra Nightmare and you do like a bunch of other stuff, there's always like something for you to come back to because of like Doom SnapMap. And like I said in one of like my other videos, like Doom 2016, it feels like it was just designed to be played forever. And that's awesome. You know, you get so much value out of this game. And how much can you, I mean, what is it? How much is Doom 2016 nowadays? It's like, what, like $10 or whatever? Get so much content. And, you know, Hugo Martin always says like Doom Eternal kind of rewards the player for like putting more time into it. I feel like 2016 is like that too. Like, you know, I spent so much of my life like trying to like find cool levels and going through like, you know, a lot of like bad levels, because, you know, back in the days, like I didn't know who was like a good author. You know, I literally had to like just go in the newest map section and just try to like, you know, man it up, you know, go through a bunch of levels that are crap, and eventually I'll find like a good level. And when I find a good level, I'll keep my eye on that author, because, you know, I feel like they're not gonna disappoint me, if that makes any sense. So yeah, you know, I definitely got some like cool topics that I could use within my exploring Doom SnapMap series. So if you guys enjoyed the first episode, there will be a second episode, mainly because it turned out to be way more successful than I thought. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Alright, I think I'm kind of like done with this level here. I think I'm gonna just die. Alright, guys. You know what? I'll actually kind of like show the map ID if you guys want to like play this map. Alright. You know what? I'm actually glad that I died from that freaking, what is it? From that, the pan or whatever. Because now, there we go. See? The game ends much quicker. But yeah, this map, definitely a cool map for its time. I think it still holds up pretty well, at least for like, the novelty and just like how fun it is. And if you want to give the map a shot, there you go, the map ID. And like I said, it used to be popular. It had 17K plays. I don't know why it has so many downvotes, but I assume people weren't like, they were so used to like the super easy like Doom like survival snap maps, and this one was definitely a lot more challenging. So I assume that's why they downvoted it. But I'm telling you, this one was definitely a great one for its time, and I think it still holds up pretty well. And is that all I want to say? Is that all I want to say? I guess so.